Downsizing Diva, and I'm here to stay. Feeling good, taking my GLP one day. One whole year, wiped away my fears. Then 60 pounds, but that's no all. I kept on going even through the storm. My A1C went down. I still have work to do. Just when you thought I was done, my high blood pressure went down too. Feeling good, taking my tea, baby, way one left. I have a great story to tell. I'm on the road to lose 100 pounds. Can I do it in 2025? Yes, I can. Downsizing Diva, and I'm here to stay. Feeling good, taking my GLP one day.
Hello, and welcome. How are you all? Wait a minute. Do I see a new profile pic? I love it. Okay, so in the chat we have Lakeisha. Hi, Lakeisha. She was here early, on time early. We have Mel to the B. We have the male to the B. We have Felicia Marie B. I love that. Your names kind of have that rhyme to it. And we have Jen. Okay, I think this is a new profile pic. We got to check Jen out. Look at you. You know, Jen, you look like my BFF. Um, from before, is there something before elementary school, like kindergarten, first grade? That is elementary, right? Kindergarten, first grade. Oh my goodness, you look a lot like her. I wonder if you guys are related in some kind of way. Yes, hello, Jen. It's great to see you. Okay, so today we are going to talk about, well, let's put the beautiful Lakeisha up there. Look at that profile pic. Let's put the beautiful male up there, and also Felicia Marie B. All right, so tonight we are talking about dating, plus size dating, but any kind of dating really. And we're gonna talk about some truth or myth with the dating. So I thought that was I love that game, the truth or myth game with GLP-1. So we're gonna do it with some dating. All right, so Mel also says, gorgeous photo, Jen F. I feel like I'm seeing my long lost cousin after 29 years. Gorgeous for real though. Yes, it is beautiful. We gotta put that up there again. You know, I don't know what it is, but the profile pics really like pop out on this StreamYard. They really do. So I love seeing the people in there. All right, so are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? So I want you to put truth or myth in the chat, and then we'll talk about it and we'll see if it is correct or if it is not. All right, so we're gonna start with first of all, before we get started, I know Felicia Marie B is married, but Jen F and Mel to the B and Lakeisha, I think you ladies are like me, single ladies. I wish we lived in the same city so we could like take the town together. But even though they say you're not supposed to go fishing with a bunch of fish in the pond, right? You're supposed to go solo dolo. So but yeah, we would have to get together and just hang out, you know, every now and then as single ladies, right? Like we'll be like what's the name of that show where Carrie Bradshaw was in? Sex in the City. Or can you say that word on here? Blank in the City? I don't know. So Jen is saying thank you. You are so welcome. So the single ladies in here, are you actually dating? Has anybody started dating? I never asked that question yet. I just assumed that the single ladies weren't dating, but are you dating? So, Lakeisha, are you dating anybody or are you single? Same with you, Jen. I don't think you are, Jen, based on some of your responses. I am not. I have not dated yet, but people have told me I need to start getting on these online dating apps, and so I thought maybe this summer I will dabble in that, but I don't know. Mel says, yeah, I've gone out a few times. And so, Mel, what has happened with that? The few times, will you see that person again or those people again? Or or were you one and done? And Jen, are you dating? I don't know. In it, so you're 7 days on and 7 days off. That's like a good dating schedule. So I wonder if you're gonna date. Not dating, but want to put more effort into it this summer. Me too. Me too. I plan to too. Now that's my plan. I don't know how it's all gonna work out. What about you, Lakeisha? I don't know if she's still in here. Lakeisha, are you dating? Because I think Lakeisha is single too. And then Felicia Marie, she says, "Hi everyone. Are you dating, Lakeisha, or are you just still single?" And then Felicia Marie, you could just kind of help us out as needed. Because you are a married lady. And so I'm pretty sure, do you and your husband have date nights? Are you into that? Because that's a thing now. And it's been for a long time. My mom got remarried in her late 50s or mid 50s, and her and her her husband, my dad, they dated. They dated. They had date nights. They actually had date nights on the weekend. It was like a scheduled thing, and they made time for each other. So that's one thing I will take from their relationship, because I just thought that was so cool. So Mel says it's been great, but no interest in dating any of them. Okay, okay. I can see that. As you know, DD, I'm starting with a relationship coach on June 19th. Yes, yes, yes. And I told you, she reached out to me to do it too, so we could be in a group together. But I told you I had to I was thinking, okay, yeah, I'm gonna do this, but then I had to scale it back because I thought I'm on a retirement budget. I just need to chill out. And so, but I have to talk to you more about that and actually call her. I haven't done that yet. And I figure this weekend people are booked and busy, right? Because it's the holiday weekend. But maybe she's free, maybe she's not. But I'm going to call her at some point and chat with her. So that is cool. So another person that we have helped, and hopefully we'll get like a partner out of this for Mel, that we have helped with some of the things we're doing on the channel. That makes me feel so good. We have casino date nights once a month. I love that. I love that. You have casino date nights. So you must be willing to go back. I have a friend who stays at the casino. She's actually a teacher too, and she's retiring. We're retiring together. She teaches in a totally different district, totally different school district than I do. But we had planned to go in 2 years, and now we're going next year. So I'm excited about that. And it's not official. I need to stop saying that like it's official. If anybody from my job is watching, just know it's not official until I put that paperwork in. Don't be trying to plan my job. I'm sure people are like, oh yeah, that position is going to be open. So Mel says it's a 12-week program with assignments. I guess it'll force me to put and it'll force you to do what, Mel? Okay, so it'll force you to, I guess, be out and about. I don't know. I guess that's what you were trying to say. Yeah, I love that too for them. They have like a date night, like a official something they do like regularly. I think that's the key to success. I really do. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so Mel's telling us a little bit more about it. It's a 12-week program with assignments. I guess it'll force me to. I read that again. Did you write that again, or did I read that again? I think I read that again. To be out and about. Yes, 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 yes. I love that. I love that. So I'm excited about that. You'll have to report back and let us know, like maybe like your first impression, and then midway through, and then maybe at the end, because that might encourage some of us that are thinking about doing it, but thought, no, I'd never do that. Based on what you say, we might want to do it. Okay. So let's start with our game. So I have some questions in the chat. Just put in truth or myth, and then if we want to talk about it, we could talk about it or not. All right. So the first one is, this is truth. Is this the truth, or is this just a myth? Men aren't attracted to plus size women. Is that the truth, or is that a myth? We're starting out with easy breezy, I hope. Men are not attracted to plus size women. Is that truth, or is that a myth? What do you think? And I'm going to say, I thought that would be a myth, because I know a lot of guys that are attracted to plus size women. That's my guess was a myth. What do you guys think? I'm gonna be drinking. I might have to get up and go to the restroom. I have my little shake here. And then I have electrolytes going. So I have like a lot of liquids going on here. All right. So you guys think it's a myth? Myth. Pamela. Hey Pamela. We're playing this game. Dating, plus size dating or any dating, truth or myth. So the statement was men aren't attracted to plus size women. Is that a truth or is that a myth? I said, is that a truth? Beverly, I didn't get a chance to call you today. I meant to call you about that castor oil. So Beverly, what do you think? Men are attracted to plus size women. Is that a truth or is that myth? A myth? Is that the truth, I should say, or a myth? I think that's a myth. And most people think that's a myth. And you guys are right. It says attraction is diverse. Many men are attracted to confidence, curves, and authenticity. So I love the confidence. I really think, like, no matter how much you weigh, if you have that confidence, you're going to attract someone or many people, actually. I think, that confidence is what brings it in. All right, so that was an easier one. How about this one? Plus size women have to lower their standards to get a guy. Is that true or is that a myth? And of course, I was plus size, and I am plus size still. I think you aren't you plus size? Is plus size considered a size 8 and above? Does anybody know that? I wonder what plus size is considered. What is considered plus size? I'm gonna Google it. Jeez Louise. Does anybody know? Well, I know male is not plus size. I know for sure you're not. Oh, okay. Okay. What you guys, did you guys know that? Mel says myth. Is this a trick question? Myth. No, these are just easier ones. All right. So Bev is saying myth is in the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yes, myth. Is it a trick question? No, these are just easier ones. But this is not a trick question. What is considered plus size? Don't Google it. What do you guys think? What size do you think is considered plus size? Mel says, okay, yeah, you're right. Jen is not either. I don't know her weight, but I know she lost 100 plus pounds. Bev says a plus size woman will lower her standard if she's not confident in who she is as a person. Maybe someone with a lower self esteem. That would not be me, though. I'm a diva. Divas unite. Yes, we are divas. I love that. She says, yeah. And you know what? I think you're 100% correct. It depends on the female, right? Because I do know some people who I think have lowered their standard because they were overweight. So now this person has lost a ton of weight, 100 plus pounds. So I just wonder if her standards are going to kick up a notch. I don't know. But I do feel like she dated down because of her size. So, we'll see. And then they always say though, you get what you attract. So, maybe that, maybe she attracted that. I don't know. But anyway, all right. So you're saying Jen is not plus size. Okay. Pam says it's perfectly Pamela says it's a myth. Mel says 12, 10. In the US, 12 and up. 12 and up. Okay. All right. So it says, now this is funny. It says in general, plus size is considered 14 and up in the US. Do you guys know what Ashley Stewart is? Do you guys know that clothing store? Ashley Stewart, they used to be a size 14 and up for years and years and years. In the last, I would say 5 years, they started adding a size 12. I think even, you guys know what Lane Bryant is. I think Lane Bryant also added 12 in their clothes. Sometimes I would go in there and they had something real cute and it was only in a size 12 and I would get so annoyed. I might can squeeze into it now or be close to it. All right, so it says sizes 14 and up in the US. However, it can vary by brand and may start as low as a size 12 or even as high as a 18. Some brands also use, numeric sizes like 1X, 2X, 3X, which typically begin at 0X or a 1X. In the UK, plus size often begins at 16 and up. How about that? Plus size usually begins at 16 and up, and while in Europe, it typically starts at 44 and up. So 44 must be your waist size, I would imagine, right? 44 would have to be the waist size. So that is a good fact. I'm going to read that again. So what is considered plus size clothing? In the US, sizes 14 and up are considered plus size. However, it can vary by brand and may start as low as a size 12 or even as high as a size 18. Some brands also use numeric sizes like the 1X, 2X, 3X. And 1X, 2X, 3X, I don't think that is as accurate. I really don't. I don't know. I feel like when I buy something that's a 1X, 2X, 3X, it's either too big, too small, something's up with it. But that's just my own opinion. So it says, I think this is interesting. Typically, they can begin at a 0X or a 1X. In the UK, plus size often begins at size 16 and up, while in Europe, it typically starts at 44 and up. All right, very good. And they're right. So every size doesn't always match up, right? So like a size 14 would be different at like a Macy's than it would be a Lane Bryant. And yeah, I always find that interesting. Depending on the brand, the clothes run bigger or smaller. Now I think like Temu and Shein, I think they run kind of big to me. Like I think those clothes sizes run kind of big. What do you guys think? Do you order from Shein or Temu? Um, yeah, what do you guys think about that? I don't know. All right, so let's go to the next one while you guys are um either right typing that or not. Okay, so question number 3. Truth or myth? You have to lose weight before finding love. Well, we all know I'm going with myth on that one. You have to lose weight before finding love. And this kind of goes with what Beverly said when she talked about self-acceptance. You shouldn't have to settle to be loved, first of all. Your worth and your standards are not based on your size. And remember that guy from a couple weeks ago, that Joe, that said that he's fat and ugly and he's not going to find anybody? A lot of people think that. Not just him. A lot of people feel that way. And so, we want to put that message out that you got to start with your confidence. You got to start with confidence. What do you guys think people could do to build confidence? Like if we had somebody on here who said, I feel I'm not, nice looking. I'm ugly. I'm fat. Nobody likes me. No one ever wants to talk to me. What can we say to build their confidence? What would you say to somebody like that? Like, where would you even start? And not just say therapy, right? Because we know that. Let's say that's a given. But if it was your friend and they said, okay, I'm going to therapy, but what could you say to them? What could we say to them to encourage somebody like that? What do you guys think? Felicia says a myth. Also, Temu has strange sizes. 1X fits me weird. Is it fitting bigger or smaller than you would think, Felicia? As I think sometimes too, I think like, ugh, some of these sizes aren't. I think it kind of runs big though, in my experience. I haven't actually bought any clothes and I don't know when, so it's been a while. So I would have to order something here and see how it fits and all of that. Okay. All right. So what do you guys think? What would you tell somebody that's not confident? Felicia said some are tight and some are loose. Yes, yes. Okay. Yeah, I guess it probably would depend on also on how it's made. All right, so any advice, ladies? What would you tell somebody that was not confident? And I'm trying to think, what would I say? I think you're handsome, gorgeous. Anyone would be lucky to have you. So you would give them like some positive compliments. Yes, yes, yes. I think I would also give them some affirmation statements that they probably could read, maybe post on their mirror. Maybe have like a um you know how they could generate those pictures, or maybe they had a picture of themselves like when they did like the way they look, and maybe they can, have that as a reminder of like, your goal, maybe to get to that goal, or um or any picture that they think they look nice in. And what if they couldn't find one? Then that would be terrible. That's why I was thinking like maybe we could set a goal. But if you don't have a picture of yourself and how you look, because I thought that, I didn't really have any body pictures of myself that I could even use and say that I thought I looked good in that. So that is a real thing. I can see where people would think that and say that. Pamela says, first, stop talking bad about yourself. What you speak out loud, you begin to believe. So speak that over yourself. Find your best attributes and focus on those. Yes, and that's why I say maybe giving them some affirmation statements that they could post around the house, post on the bathroom. What do you call that? Mirror, because a lot of people start their day in there. Yeah, that's a great start to your day. Maybe like if you have a hallway, post some things as you're going along. I just think like you need confidence builders all throughout. That's how I was able to be confident even as a plus size lady, and not 100% confidence, because we all have our weaknesses and times where we're not feeling confident. But for the most part, I was able to be confident because I was raised that way. My parents always, told me things to build my confidence. And so that's how I developed that. And I guess if you don't have that, if you're not starting off with that, or you don't have that, that could be difficult. That could be difficult. So, um, that's a good one too, Pamela. Build confidence in the mind first, and everything else will follow. So yeah, you have to kind of tell yourself, I'm worthy, I'm beautiful. There's somebody out there for me. And I've always thought that. I always really believe that there's somebody out there for everybody. It really, really is. And so the fact that people don't even think that's kind of like like a hard hump to get over. All right, so thank you for that. So anybody out there listening with that, or playing this back and watching the replay, hopefully you can try some of those things to build that confidence. Because if you don't have confidence with dating, you could forget it. It's like, you're going to have an uphill battle. So let's go to number 5. Ooh, these are easier ones. We're gonna get to some harder ones. Mel says it's harder for some reason to hear a man say that. Not sure why. To hear a man say, "Why you're gorgeous." That they're not confident. Are you saying that? If your friend said that to you, maybe you could give them advice to level up, maybe a new haircut or a new style. That's a great idea. Yeah. Yeah, something that they would have a goal to want to work on. I think Pamela said that find your best attributes and focus on those. So it could be your hair, it could be like your nails, it could be an outfit. A lot of times an outfit can change your life. It could be maybe applying some makeup, maybe trying something different. Yeah, I think all those things are great. Oh, so you're saying, yeah, that a guy would say that. Yeah, but I think now that social media is out here, they're beating up men and women with their looks. It's not just the men. I mean, it's not just the women anymore. They're also letting the men have it. It has to be tough. All right. So what about this one? This one, number 5 is what I think you guys are gonna get this. Men prefer thinner women. I think that stereotype is very outdated. So I'm gonna say that's totally a myth. And so that kind of goes along with men being attracted to women. But what about this one? Plus size women are often fetishized, having a fetish about the plus size women. What do you guys think about that one? So that last one, you guys are saying it was a myth. You're right, that it was a myth. What do you think about that? Are plus size women somehow the people who like them? Do they make us into a fetish? Do you think that's true or not? Lakeisha, are you saying a myth to this one? That plus size women are some people's fetish. Mel says that's truth. What do you guys think? Now that one's a little bit harder. Mel says she thinks that's the truth with a question mark. Lakeisha says truth. Mel says sometimes. Some men do. Okay, so you think that's truth? Pamela says she's gonna go with true. Jen says, I'm sure some do. Yes, you guys are right. Sadly, some are, but it's a red flag if they are. And it's not a reflection on you. So they were the reason why they say it's a red flag is because they're not just looking at they're looking at that one thing, right? Like that's the main factor that you have is that you're plus size. So they don't really aren't so interested in like your personality or, anything else about you. That one driving factor is the fact that you're plus size. So that's where that fetish comes in. That seems kind of like quirky, doesn't it? To have like that kind of a fetish. But yeah, people do. People do. All right, that was good. We all got that one. What about this? You should hide your body until you lose weight. Now, I've been guilty of doing that. You should hide your body the best I can. I always try, and I think I still do. Try, I get up in here on here and show you guys, but I'm not always like so quick to show my body. And so yeah, that's true for me. Now I don't know. I don't think you should do that when dating though, because isn't that the main thing a guy wants to probably see? All right. Bellflower. Hello, hello. She says hello, Friday night crew and DD. Yes, yes, yes. Lakeisha said a myth. Alicia Marie B said a myth, but I'm guilty too. Yes, yes, yes. Does anybody do that besides Felicia and I try to hide your body? I do that. I still do it. And I think wearing a lot of black is, why I wear black, because I think it's very slimming. I have been venturing out in the colors. I will say that, give myself credit for doing that. But yeah, that's why I wear a lot of the blacks and blues and darks. You can't do that with red though. I think red makes those those curves curve out more. You can think you're hiding it. Yes, well, I am thinking I'm hiding it, right? But I'm telling you, it does work. If you miss my myth. But I'm telling you, Jen, you are. If I had like I have on this black shirt now, whatever bumps and curves I have, you can see it. But baby, you're gonna really see it if I had on something pastel pink, yellow, blue. It just brings it out even more. I'm so convinced about that. I think that's actually a fact. Um, Let me look that up. Is that a fact? Is that considered a fact? I don't know. I'm going to say, does dark colors help you, not help you, hide your fat rolls? Now me putting in fat rolls. What are they saying? Jen, it says, yes, darker colors tend to have a slimming effect, making fat rolls appear less noticeable. Yes, dark colors, especially black, absorb light and don't reflect it, which helps to obscure contours and create a more uniform look. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. Black for sure. So, yeah, that's why I'm wearing that black. But I have been coming out of my colors. I have been coming out of the black and into the colors, I should say. She says, very true, Jen. Now, some people, are built a certain kind of way and they can't hide at all. Pam says that perfectly. Pamela says, I still hide my arms. Me too. I'm doing that. Myth, but true. Yes. Effect is the key word, LOL. Yes, it does give you it does hide it. I'm telling you, it really does. I really think so. Um, That's a fact. It gives you that slimmy look. No, I'm not saying it just depends on how big you are. I think that plays into it too. All right, so what about this one? People think, well, these are easier ones too. People think plus size women can't be healthy. Is this the truth or is it a myth? People think plus size women can't be healthy. Had to take a sip on that one. Do you guys think that's true or is that a myth? Bellflower says true. Okay. I would say people think that is true. Okay. Truth. True that people think it. Yeah. All right, so you guys are right. It is true. It is true. But it's a misconception, right? Because health and size aren't always directly linked, right? I mean, we know it is linked, but not always. Um, and my dad was a perfect example of that. He was very slim and trim and looked healthy, but he had all kind of things going on. And so, I always say, somebody looks doesn't always mean how healthy they are. So that is true. But that people have that misconception. Now, what about this? Confidence makes you more attractive. Now, wait a minute. Than weight ever could. So confidence makes you more attractive than your weight ever could. Is that true or is that a myth? This is a good one. What do you guys think? Truth or myth? Confidence makes you more attractive than your weight ever could. Pamela put hers in caps. All right, so we have some guesses rolling in, some predictions here. Okay, so we have true, we have true, we have truth. To me, yes, but myth. And Lakeisha says truth. All right, it is the truth. Self confidence is magnetic, period, no matter what size you are. Self confidence is key. Well, and I do understand what you're saying, Mel, because I would have thought so too. I would have thought they would have said myth. But no, that is the truth. So confidence is key, which we've been saying ever since we started these Friday Night Lives. We've been saying confidence is the key to a successful relationship, a successful, dating experience, a lot of things, right? Because even in your marriage, you still need a certain amount of confidence, I would imagine. What about this one? It's okay to state your preferences and deal breakers. Is that truth or is that a myth? It's okay to state your preferences and to have some deal breakers and to let your deal breakers be known. What do you think? Truth or myth? All right. Mel says, I think this is for the last one, but truth, and caps. Yes, truth. Lakeisha, okay, truth. Okay, Felicia says truth. All right, so you guys, it is of course, it's true. It's true. Setting boundaries is self-respect and not pickiness. So we need, if this Darium is in here in the bushes hiding somewhere, we need him to know that preferences and setting those boundaries are okay. It's not being picky. Jen says the truth. Okay, very good. What about this? Is this a truth or a myth? Men only want plus size women for hookups. You don't know how many times I've heard people say that men only want to be with a plus size woman for a hookup. Do you think that's the truth or a myth? What do you think? Truth or a myth? Okay, Pamela says myth. Bellflower says myth. Um, what do I think? I think it's a myth. All right, what are you guys saying? Myth. They shouldn't, but some might. Myth though, many don't. Yes, that is a myth, thank goodness. That is a myth. Um, but I think sometimes, don't have you guys ever, I think sometimes I've heard some plus size women say that like the men don't take them out and about, like they don't always go out with them. They don't take them out in public, so they have felt that. So, I guess it just depends, but it is considered a myth. Some do though, but some of them want real connections. I just say protect your peace. If you feel like, this guy is only taking you out, Felicia thinks it's a myth. If you feel like he's only like taking you out and about, like to off, in like places that aren't where you can't really be seen, or it's not like a place to go, or when you get that feeling, if you feel like he's hiding you out, then that's a red flag. That's a red flag. Well, now what about this one? People treat you better once you lose weight. Is that the truth, or is that a myth? People treat you better once you lose weight. Jen says these men might want women of all sizes for hookups nowadays. Yeah, I think that's true. I do. I think they do just want some hookups with anybody. I always say, look at the women that we consider beautiful. They're still out there single, ready to mingle like us, like your Jennifer Lopez's of the world and your Halle Berry's. Now she's in a relationship now, but technically she's single. If you're looking at it, somebody not being married. Look at your Tracy Ellis Rosses of the world. Like all those ladies are single. All right. So what was the question? People treat you better once you lose weight. Do you guys think is that the truth, Mel, or a myth though? What do you think? Mel says Hallie is married. Now, is she married to that man? Sorry, guys, I got a call and got distracted. I'm back. Hey, Bev. Bev, is this a truth or a myth? People treat you better once you lose weight. I gotta look up. Is Hallie is not married? I gotta Google this because I want to know. Okay, is she married? Because I use her a lot. Let's see. Halle Berry married? What's his name to this guy? I should say right now. No, they going back old school. Jeez Louise. They're back when she was dating that guy from Faithful. When she was married, when she had the baby with the guy in that movie Faithful. Is Halle Berry married right now? No, Halle Berry is currently not married. I didn't think she was, Mel. She's not married. She was last married to actor Oliver Martinez from 2013 to 2016. She is currently in a romantic relationship with singer Van Hunt. While they have not been married, they did have a commitment ceremony in 2012, 21. So that's probably why you thought they were married, Mel. Yeah, I had to look that up. That's my girl, Halle Berry. Okay, perfectly. Pamela says she thinks that's the truth. Myth Mill says truth, sadly, says Bellflower. Hard truth for me. Beverly says that's true. It seems that when you're a plus size body, people do notice you when you lose weight and have curves. Men can see you. Yes, yes, yes. All right, Truth. Van Hunt. Yeah, they're not married though. Delilah, welcome to the chat. Sometimes when you're in a relationship and a guy treats us poorly, we say, "What's wrong with me? What did I do? Am I not pretty enough? Am I too fat?" Now, who has ever done that? And I will admit, I have done that at times. Okay, I thought it was a wedding. Geez Louise. Well, you were right though. It was a commitment ceremony. I see why you thought they were married. Okay. So have you guys ever done this? Where's Beverly? I like that question. Sometimes when you're in a relationship and a guy treats us poorly, we say, "What's wrong with me? What did I do? Am I not pretty enough? Am I too fat?" Have you guys said that? Mm, 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 mm. Wow. And Jen says that's married. No, because I would be married a bunch of times. I would have been married 2 or 3 times if that was true. Okay, so you said, what did I do? Am I not pretty enough? I don't think I've ever said, am I not pretty enough? I don't think I've ever said what's wrong with me. I have said, am I too fat? Um, I have said, I have thought, what did I do or say? I have thought, am I too fat at before? So I will say that. Yes, even the most confident people have their times where they're not confident. But it's not about you, it's him, what he's looking for and what he wants. Don't settle for less than what you deserve. Yeah, we say that, but people still do it. Yep, been there, done that. Yeah, me too. Mel, have you ever said that? Have you ever questioned, yourself in a relationship? If a guy treats you poorly, did you ever ask, what's wrong with me? What did I do? Am I not pretty enough? Am I too fat? Jen, have you ever said that? Pam says, been there, done that. Yeah, I think, Felicia, you have too. Yeah, I think that's so natural. Yes, I probably have asked myself, what did I do? Yeah, yeah. And I don't know if that is like a low self-esteem type thing. I just think that's like a natural thing. Like you're wondering, like, what's going on? What's up? I think the part for me questioning, am I too fat? Yeah, that was that was a moment of not being confident in the past, but not for a long time though. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right, very good, very good. That was a good question. Let's see. Oh, is this a truth or a myth? You should be grateful for any attention you get. Jen says, no, I'm the ish. LOL. Situational insecurity. Yes, yes, yes. That could be a thing. I'm sure that's a thing. All right. Perfectly Pamela says that's a myth. Okay. I forgot. I lost train of my question. I need to start marking the ones I asked because I'll forget. Ooh, that's a good one. You should be grateful for any attention you get. Is that truth or a myth? If somebody said that to me, I would be so annoyed. Myth. Tanya, hey Tanya. Bellflower says myth, myth. That's what I'm talking about, Jen. That's that confidence coming in, Jen. Myth. What was the question? The question was, is this statement true or false? You should be grateful for any attention you get. Not all attention is good attention, Pamela says, so definitely not. I agree. That is a myth. Very good. That's a myth. Very good. But sometimes I don't think our plus size sisters realize that, or men either. What about this one? Truth or myth? Now think about this. You can't be sexy or wear bold clothes at your size. Ew, this is another one. This was one I'm gonna add. Oh, okay. What do you guys think? Oh, you can't be sexy or wear bold clothes at your size. Myth or truth? I think that's a myth. What do you guys think? Jen says myth. Okay, all you guys says myth. You guys are saying myth. Oh, sorry. I'm at the wrong one. Lies, says Mel. Lies, myth. Jen F, I agree with you. I think I'm the cat's meow too. You are. Look at you. And you change your profile pic like every other week. I love it. Myth with limits. What do you mean by with limits? I love that, Jen. Jen is always short, sweet, and to the point with a punch. Bam. I missed the question. The question was, the statement is you can't be sexy or wear bold clothes at your size. Is that a truth or a myth? Not every style is for everyone. If you are in a larger body and you could wear a style and make it look good, why not? I love that. Well put. Pamela, what do you think? I think I have a follow-up question for that one. So is this a truth or a myth? Every clothing is not made for plus size women. Is that true or is that a myth? Every item of clothing is not made for plus size women. I think you're talking about that first one, or are you talking about this one, Pam? Mala. Oh, definitely a myth, says Pamela. I always want to say Pam. I got to stop myself. Jen says we can wear everything and that's okay. All right, all right. Mel says truth. Tanya says truth. Bellflower says truth, and vice versa. That's true. That's true. That's true. All right, very good. Yeah, sometimes I see clothes and even, you don't even have to be plus size. I was ordering these capris, trying to order some capris for my daughter, and I like to get the cotton kind of things, but I don't know if this was like a polyester. But thank God that thank God somebody had put this on a what do you call that? They put it on the video. You know how you could do video reviews on Amazon? So they put it on the video review, and the lady show how she said you could see your underwear, you could see right through that material. Now you guys saw my daughter, how, she's not overweight, but I just still think that that's inappropriate that you could see through you would be able to see through her clothes or see the imprint. And so I just thought this is not made for her. And so, and she's not even overweight. So I can imagine an overweight person trying to wear that. I don't know that that would look nice. The first one was a myth. The second one is true. Okay, true. Mia, hey Mia. Mia has a different profile pic. It says strength. Very good. I love that. Is that your bracelet? That's cool. Truth. Yes, Pamela. Hey, 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 right out of the bushes. How's everyone? We are good. We are good. Okay, all right, good. That was a good one. Okay, what about this one? Okay, what about this one? Is this a truth or a myth? I don't know about this one. If he tells you to lose weight for him, he's doing it out of love. If he tells you to lose weight for him, he's doing it out of love. What do you guys think? Truth or myth? I tried to trick you. I don't think I'm going to. If he tells you to lose weight for him, he's doing it out of love. All right, what are you guys saying? All right, Lakeisha says truth. Bellflower says it's a myth, but both can be true. Okay. Beverly said, I like to say I'm not plus size, I'm not fat, but I'm pleasantly lumped. I thought you were going to say plump. I love that. Sometimes truth. Okay, Mia. He's doing it out of narcissism. Okay, all right. Male truth or myth? But thank you for explaining. Although I think that could be true in some instances, I'm going to say it's a myth. Okay, Jen says it depends. Jen, depends on what, my friend? What does it depend on? I gotta I lost my question. Where was it? Oh, okay, here. All right, so it says it's a myth. Real love accepts you as you are. That's not control, or that's control, not care. So he's saying it's for him, not for your health. It's for him. But if you are with someone, like if you're married or you're in a relationship and not just dating somebody you just meet, but if you're with someone in a relationship and he says, oh, you're getting too big, I want you to lose weight, for him ultimately, because he's asking you. You guys think that you think something's wrong with that? Is that bad? Is that a bad thing for him to say or do? And I get it, like, let's just pretend like he's doing it, or assume he's doing it in the best possible way. Like he's not mean, he's gentle with it, and he just talks to you about your weight. What do you guys think about that? How would you take that? This could be your husband even saying that. What would you say? Myth. Okay. Depends on the man. Yes, yes, yes. So Felicia, if your husband, you're on a weight loss journey, but let's say you stopped, you didn't lose any more weight, and he said, "Oh, I would need you to keep going. I really want you to get down to this certain size." What would you think about that? The male B, for him, the part that throws it out the window for me. Yes, it's that was the part, the him. Beverly, I like that. My granddaughter told me once that I'm not fat, I'm fluffy. I love that. Fluffy, it sounds so soft. You said he wants you to lose for him. Yes, yes, yes. It was for him. Myth for me, because if that's the way he met me, then why try and change me? Now, if I was slim when you met me and I'm putting on some weight and you're asking me to lose some weight, then maybe, okay. So then maybe if that's the point. Yes, that's my thought as well. Dee Dee, I meant pleasantly plumped. Okay, I was like lumped. Okay, okay. But I like it. It has a ring to it for some reason. My husband has never told me to lose weight, so I don't know. Okay, that's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Bellflower says, if it was the best possible way, then it would be worded as do it for your health. It has absolutely nothing to do with him. I agree. I personally don't have a problem with it. Jen, you don't. Jen, why not? Why not? Why don't you have a problem with it? I love it, Jen. Jen, you are not sensitive either. I could tell because you are so blunt. You're like, I won't have a problem with that. So your guy told you, Jen, he wants you to lose weight for him. You're gonna say, okay, how much? Like, how are you gonna handle that conversation? Okay, let me see. Ooh, what about this one? This next one is a good question. Jen, I hope you're listening. I want you to answer that. You got to expound, my friend. All right, what about this one? You can be picky and plus size. Is that truth or myth? You could be picky and plus size. What do you guys think? You could be picky and plus size. I never come across that issue in a relationship or marriage. Any partner that I've had always like plump women. Me too, because I've always been plump for the most part. I mean, all right, perfectly. Pamela says truth. Mia says truth. Mel says heck yeah. Felicia says truth. It's Darian. Hello, hello. He says truth. Bellflower, truth. Your weight doesn't change your dating standards. And Mel says truth. And you know what? You guys are right. It is truth. Standards are not reserved for one body type. Be selective and proud. I love that. So we heard be picky, be selective. Yeah, so I love that message out there that we're trying to send tonight to people to have confidence. That number one thing is confidence, and and be picky and selective. It's Darium says, good evening, Dee Dee and serial daters. Yes, yes, yes. Now, okay, so Darium, are you dating? Are you a serial dater? Are you dating? Have you ever been married? We want to know. Or I want to know anyway. Darium is out of the bushes. Yes, yes, yes. Beverly says truth. Also to the divas, divos, and those in denial. Oh my goodness. Are you trying to say we're in denial? Who's in denial? We're not in denial. Hey, Darian. Hey, Darian. All right, very good. So, Darian, we want to know, are you a serial dater? You use that term, serial dater. Is that you? And have you ever been married? Are you single and ready to mingle like us? Do tell, do tell. While Darian is cooking up his response or either hiding back in the bushes. All right, let's go to another question. Darian, we want to know. Okay, now what about this one? If he's hiding you from his friends, it's probably about your size. Is that truth or a myth? If he's hiding you from his friends, it's probably about your size. What do you guys think, that's truth or a myth? She says, Dario, right out of the bushes. Jen says, like I said, it depends. Did he meet me big? Yeah. Yeah, I guess that probably would be like a qualifier to know that. I was a serial dater, but I was always truthful. I'm in a committed relationship now. Yay! I don't know why. I thought you were single, so we're gonna give you some confetti. Dun 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 dun. Dun. I love that. I love that. Okay, very good. So, you're in a committed relationship. Okay. All right. So Keisha says that was true. Mia says myth. Could be true unless there are other reasons. Okay, good. Could be, but myth. Okay. Hey there, Mia. No, it's probably about him being a very small man. Ooh, okay, okay. Mel's like, I am not playing. Now, Darium, see you coming with your mess tonight. I'm gonna get Mel B on you. Beverly says that was truth. Perfectly Pamela says, yes, Mel. Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna behave now at Beverly. Yes, you gotta behave so Mel stays off of you. All right, so it says that's true, and it's a red flag alert. You deserve to be shown off, not kept a secret. You know, that is the thing. I'm telling you, have you guys not heard that? I've always heard that um guys will say, that they, date a plus size woman. Sometimes they don't take them around their family and friends. They kind of have them off. Like, that's a stereotype. I don't know if it doesn't sound like you guys have experienced that, but that is definitely a stereotype that has been out there. Let's see. I'm trying to think if I asked everything on here. Okay, so we have a few more, and then we'll just open it up. Ooh, oh, what about this one? Are you guys ready for this one? Okay, what are you guys saying? Um, let's see. Beverly says truth. Yes, ma'am. Okay, okay, okay. I want to skip down. Truth in my past experience. Tiny little phone man. Oh my goodness. Oh, flashbacks. I love it. Truth. Beverly says, I will not be your closet girlfriend or your little secret. Yes, yes, yes. Ange had that Freddie Jackson, Charles Barkley guy. And then she said he reminded her of Barney. That was hilarious. Oh my God, that had me laughing so much that night. Jeez Louise. Self-edit at the male B. The male B. All right, so this is a good one. What do you guys think about this one? Is this truth or is this a myth? Plus size women are better in bed. Truth or myth? Now, this is getting into some Dee after dark. What do you guys think? Beverly's laughing at Mia, and Mel is laughing at Darium. Okay, what do you guys think? Truth or myth? Plus size women are better in bed. Hmm, interesting. What do you guys? I can't wait to see. Here, what you think is a truth or a myth? It'll be interesting. Okay. All right. So perfectly Pamela says she thinks it's a myth. Mel says truth, I think. LOL. Jen says truth. Ha ha. What do you think? Ah, this is interesting. Pamela says, I'm saying myth because that means when I'm no longer plus size that I'm not gonna what? Right. So that means that if this is a true statement, then that means what are the small ladies doing? You got to step your game up to smaller ladies. What a question, DD. What do you think? All right, Mia says definitely true. Definitely true. Beverly, you didn't give a prediction. You got to give us a prediction. All right. I'm going with Mia. I say that's definitely the truth. Some men don't like to feel the muscle and bone. Ooh, she just went deep, didn't she? I don't know. It depends on if the plus size girly, what she knows what she's doing. Okay, I've heard bigger ladies try harder. Yes, 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 yes. I've heard that too. I've heard that too. All right, all right, all right. All right, so let me tell you guys, because a lot of us are right. I never said mine, but I thought I guessed truth too. It says this is the truth: confidence, curves, and connection. That's a triple threat there. So they say plus size women have it over the others. What about that? Um, Mel, when you're too thin, we can't win for losing. Yes, but that goes back into though, like we say, men have preferences of all sizes. So it's some men who only would like a woman that's smaller, that's your size or smaller than that even. And then it's men who go the other way or women, whoever. So yeah, it goes either way. Jeez Louise. Okay, Beverly says she thought that was the truth. True. I've had experience. Maybe TMI. Yes, yes, yes. She's laughing at Bev. Truth, says Lakeisha. Pam, you got a heart of a big girl. You'll be fine. That's too funny. Myth, it's one day. It's a new day. Oh, look at that profile pic. So pretty. Myth, because I've been on both ends. Okay, very good. You said it's a myth because you've been on both ends. So when you were on the plus size end, you didn't think that? Okay, all right. Thank you, Mia. It's gonna say myth. I've been plus and thin. No, it says that's the truth. Like the supposed answer is truth because they say confidence, curves, and connection is what makes that true. But I have heard that, like Mia said, that, and we're just talking about stereotypes. Let's just be honest here. The stereotypes is they say that plus size women try harder, right? They're willing to try more. Haven't you heard the stereotype of, I don't know, Mel, have you heard the stereotype of when you're a small, slim woman? They say that they just, don't put a whole lot of effort because they're, small and pretty and petite, and they don't have to do a whole lot. I've always heard that stereotype, ever since I was in high school, middle school, high school. So I don't know. All right. I love how she came out with it. Like, no, no, ma'am. I was both. And that is a myth. Darium, twin, where have you been? What do you think, Darium? All right, Darium. We want to know. Inquiring minds want to know. All right. So while Darium is coming up with his fabulous response, oh, what about this question? Is this truth or a myth? Let me mark them so I'll know. Wearing lingerie at your size, if you're plus size, is just asking to be judged. Is that the truth or is that a myth? She says, well, he's back in the bushes, and he says, goes back into the bushes like Homer Simpson. Jeez Louise. They have people always trying to please them, so they feel like they don't need to put effort into the game. Yes, I've heard that. Now, I don't know how true that is. Mel to the B, you got to help us out with this one. Jen, you guys aren't in the overweight category anymore. So you are totally out of everything. You're just like slim and trim, living your best fabulous lives like we all are. And we want to know, have you heard this about slimmer women? And she said not gay, Mia. But yeah, have you heard that, Mel? Has a guy ever said that to you? Have you heard these stereotypes about slimmer women? Um Mia says, myth, if you wear it, you are doing it for a partner that should be kind. Oh, yeah. So if you're wearing it, you're doing it for a partner that should be kind. Yes. Okay. All right. So Mia saying it's a myth. The question was, what was the question? Jeez Louise. Oh, here it is. I should have, wearing lingerie at your size, plus size, is just asking to be judged. Okay. So Mia says it's a myth. Seriously, a myth, Didi. I have 2 drawers full of lingerie. I never go to bed in a t-shirt. It's always nice, a nice sexy nightgown, and I have a lot of paraphernalia. But you know what? You are fabulous. I mean, Bev, like your profile pics, like you got this pic comes up on my phone. It's like glamorous. Like this lady is glammed up all the time. And you work from home. You don't even have to glam up. I bet you're glammed up. So I don't think you're like the typical, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I love that. But you're so every night you're just going to bed fabulous like that. Jeez Louise, I gotta step my game up. You said a myth for sure. Okay, all right. Not slimmer, but certainly about women who are pretty. Okay, all right. Myth. Yeah, the pretty goes along with that too. Myth. Okay, you guys are saying myth. Okay. So tell us are you guys going, are you like Bev? Are you fabulous like Bev and going to bed, or are you into the lingerie? And I'm just gonna put a big fat my answer in the chat. A big fat no. I am not into that lingerie at all. I mean, I will wear it and I have some, but it's like it's just not something I like love to do. What about you guys? Are you into the lingerie? Lingerie? Mia, you are too fun. Yes, I love Blanche. Bev sounds like Blanche Devereaux. Not you got the whole name too from Golden Girls. Always fabulous. Sometimes, okay, so you weird sometimes. Okay. Jeez Louise, I gotta step my game up. Dee Dee, practice because yes, I love that. Felicia says, I wish. Me too, Felicia. No, I'm not fabulous like Bev. Yes, I like sporty lingerie, like shorts with matching tank tops. Okay, okay. So you're not doing the whole nightgown like Bev is. Bev, that I'm gonna, now every time I see Bev, I'm gonna think of that Blanche, the Golden Girls, with her lingerie. She was so fabulous. Nope, into comfort birthday suit. It's birthday suit. Oh my goodness. I would put on lingerie before I do that. Oh my goodness, that is too funny. Mia, yes, ma'am. That is so funny. Oh gosh, that tickled me. Mel B, your man will love all that sportiness. Yes, yes, yes. No, if I'm by myself. Not if I'm so not if you're by yourself. Okay. All right. All right. That's too funny. Okay, so wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay, I got a few more questions. Um Oh, what about this one? Is this truth or is this do most men care about lingerie? In my experience, no. But I know some really like it. But in my experience, no. What about you guys? That's right, Mel. Bellflower at 100. So Mel says, do most men care about lingerie? If you're a man and you're watching, let us know. It's Darium. Is he going to come back in here and give us an answer? We don't know. Ooh, I got two. My last two questions I think are good ones. Ooh, I got okay, maybe three more questions because that's a good one. Ooh, four more questions. This is a good one. Sorry. That's right. Okay, I did that. So perfectly Pam says myth. That's a question for Darium. Some like it, but it don't last long. Yes, that's true. Men are visual creatures. Yes, yes, yes. And some men do really like it. In my experience, they all say it's pointless. Yeah. So I haven't had anybody that, love that. So we have four questions left. So I'm just going down and hit them. Bam, bam, bam. Truth or myth? Put it in the chat. Darium, don't go back in the bushes. Men assume plus size women are freakier. Is that truth or a myth? Men assume plus size women are freakier. What do you guys think? I think I'm going with true on this one. I think they probably do think that. Oh, I gotta ask this one too. This is a good question. Okay. What do you guys think? Do they assume plus size women are freakier? I'm going with true. Okay. It just jumped me all the way down. Lakeisha says no. Darium says it's a nice wrapping. Darium in the house. No, they don't. It doesn't stay on long. Okay, all right. He's back into the bushes. Beverly has me looking up nightgowns now. She says truth. Pamela says truth. There is a sexiness when someone brings energy into the space. Okay, okay, all right. Mia says sometimes wink, wink. Truth, says Mel. Felicia says truth. Myth. So we have some different ones. Myth. And Beverly says, I don't know, Dee Dee. All right, so it is true. But don't let the stereotype define you. It says you choose your own vibe that you're going to go with. So, I guess a lot of men are saying that they assume that plus size women are freakier. You could either be or not. Be yourself ultimately, which is what we always say, right? Isn't that crazy how that was actually a truth? That was truth. All right, so what about this one? Plus size women get ghosted more. More is the key word after hookups. Is this a truth or is this a myth? Plus size women get ghosted more after hookups. Notice the key word is hookups. What do you guys think? You think that's the truth or a myth? All right, Lakeisha says she thinks that's true. Male says truth with a question mark. What do you guys think? Pamela says truth. Plus size women get ghosted more after hookups. Jen says true. If this is true, this is gonna be so sad. Jeez Louise. You guys are saying truth. We got all truths so far. All right, going once, going twice before we say Felicia says truth. Okay. Baleflower truth, but maybe myth if they want to come back for more. Yes, right. Okay, okay. Beverly says true. Unfortunately, this is true. It says truth for some, but ghosting says more about them than about you and your body. Yeah, if a guy's going to do that or whatever, that's just ridiculous. A guy or girl's going to do that, ghost you after that. They weren't the person for you anyway. So like I agree. It says more about the person than it says about you. But isn't that sad that that's a truth? Geez, Louise, I'm annoyed by that. All right. So what about this one? Truth or myth? You should never make the first move. In a dating situation, you should never or even in a marriage, like when it's time to, do whatever, you should never make the first move. Is that a truth or a myth? What do you guys think? Ooh, we got people coming out the gate. She says sad but true. Sad but true. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So the question, you should never make the first move. Mel says that's a myth in capital letters, she said. It's a myth. Lakeisha said truth. Beverly says myth. Pam, perfectly Pamela says myth. It's Darian. Follow up to that question, Dee Dee. Okay, wait, let me do these people. These couple people. Okay, and then Bellflower is saying myth. Okay, so it's Darian says, follow up to that question, Dee Dee. Do the same plus size women answer the calls after being ghosted and asking for another round? That is interesting. And maybe they do. Maybe some do. I would imagine some do and some don't. Some might and some might not. I don't know. Would you guys do that? Would you guys, you got ghosted by a guy, would you call him back and just say, "Hey, this is, he hasn't called you, but you're going to call him anyway." I'm sure people do it, but would you guys do that? Let's see. Oh, she says truth too. Okay. All right. What, Darian? You're being provocative. That is too funny. All right, so let's see what Mel says. Hail to the no, to the no, no, no. Wait, I missed my question. Oh, you should never make the first. Wasn't my question? You should never make the first move. Yeah, that was the question. You should never make the first move. Mel says no. So you think that's true? You guys think that's truth or a myth that you should never make the first move? Not provocative, inquisitive, never salacious. Nope. Okay. Right, male to the beat. Hell no. Nope. Provocative in a good way, and Mel says that's a myth. So somebody just popped up. No, if I'm ghosted, I let him be a ghost. Oh, I love that. We gotta give you some confetti for that. She said, if I'm ghosted, I'm gonna let him be a ghost. I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't have to use that one. That is too cool. No, because you're gonna miss me when I'm gone for sure. 110%. All right. So according to what research says, right? This poll, this Family Feud poll, it says that is a myth. It says flirt first if you want to. Bold is beautiful and confidence is hot. Oh, Mel said she was saying no to Darium's question. No, let's go back. Okay. Darium, did I lose his question? Okay, so you guys are saying, do you answer calls after being ghosted and asking for another one? Yeah, no. No, if I'm ghosted, I'm gone. And I'm gonna go with what Felicia said. If I'm ghosted, I'm gonna let me be a ghost. So you won't see me again. I know that's right. Okay, so we're down to the last two. Did I ask these already? Um, okay. So this one, truth or myth? Flirting gets easier once you stop apologizing for your body. Is that a truth or a myth? Flirting gets easier once you stop apologizing for your body. You guys think that's truth or a myth? Flirting gets easier once you stop apologizing for your body. All right, you guys are saying truth. Yes. Truth. Okay. Anybody else have guesses? True. Okay. I think of that song. I'm a flirt. Something, 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 something. I'm a flirt. It reminds me of that song. And then we just have one last question on here. Maybe this is another good one too. I should have asked this as a follow-up question. Truth. I don't know. I was a flirt big and small. So it says it's true. Once that switch flips, you will become unforgettable because you are have that confidence, right? That we keep talking about having that confidence. I think it's easier said than done though, but I feel like you got to go out there and just stick your like toe in the water and get your toe wet and stick your toe in the water. I think starting off with that online dating and just talking to people like on the phone, I think that can kind of build up your confidence and your flirting, right? I think that's where a good place to start because it takes away that pressure of meeting in person. You get to know the person on the phone. I think that Nadia talked about that the dating coach, like dating online and not being intimate with guys, right? But just trying to make some connections online and on the phone before you meet because you've already had that, like, kind of have that camaraderie and getting to know each other a little bit better. So that's pretty cool because we say confidence, confidence, confidence. A lot of people don't have it. And, we just want people to get confidence, no matter your size, no matter how you look. A lot of people say, how people say, I'm waiting to lose weight before I do this and that. I was just listening to, I don't know where I was at earlier, or I don't know if this was the other day, but somebody was saying, oh, I'm waiting to lose more weight before I do A, B, and C. And I've thought that too. I've thought that too. So I can imagine people are probably feeling like this on this GLP-1. Like once I lose a certain amount of weight, I'll go out and try to date. Um, Bellflower, I feel the same way with my personality. Don't change because who was attracted, um, who was attracted, approached, and who wasn't, didn't. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. And I'm not a big flirt when it comes to I like the guy to come to me. I don't really like to flirt. I might like, I think people I smile all the time and I do make eye contact. So I think I'm probably seen as more of a flirt than I actually am. Or I'm trying to be. Um, and my Freddie Jackson and Charles Barkley Barney voice. Don't you have that story planted in your head? You are my lady. You're everything I need and more. Oh, that is too funny. Delilah says, if he ghosts me, I move him to the graveyard, which is my blocked call list. So I would never know if they've ever tried to reach back out. I know that's right. How about that? Is that Darium? Great safe answer. Oh, she said that was a safe answer, Darium. All right, Dee Dee, how do you let a guy know you're interested? I give eye contact and I smile. I definitely will. Um, I'm trying to think. I have bought somebody a drink, like sent a drink over to somebody, like asked what they were drinking, sent a drink over, and walked out. And I did it on my way out on purpose. Just to let them know that I thought they were attractive, but I didn't stick around to see what they said. And I think I saw it's just kind of like a sports, like where we were watching a game or something somewhere, and I saw that guy, a couple, maybe it was like a month or so down the road, and then he was sending drinks to me and my friends, but nothing ever came of it. Nothing ever came of it. I will do that, like I will do something like that, but I am not um like a first person to initiate something with somebody I'm serious about. Because I always feel like if you initiate, so this is just me, I always feel like if I initiate something with the guy, how do I know he would have ever chose me first? Like I want to be chosen first. You know what I'm saying? But if it's somebody I'm just playing around and just somebody is cute, but I know he's not for me, I might send a drink over. Hello, how are you? But I'm not really all that interested. But I have sent a guy who, we looked, like that guy, we looked across the, I sent him a drink. I think that's such a boss lady move. I sent him a drink and I got out of there. That is too funny. Let's see. No idea since I've never apologized for it except to myself. Never tell anyone else. Okay, all right, very good. All right. You said you smile and give eye contact to everyone. Yes, but if it's somebody I really like, it's a little different, right? I'm like really feeling them. It's a different look. You know how when you get that look, because you can get that look from your parents, but you can get that look like you better stop look. So, I give that like, oh, hey, I'm smiling, I'm, giving people eye contact, but I give you that eye contact, like, I'm interested. And then, also, you know, um, yeah, yeah, I'm just gonna go with that. That's gangster shade. Yes, 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 yes. Dee Dee can be bold. Yes, yes, yes. I sure will. Yes, yes, yes. Um, let's see. Okay, the only thing I'm waiting to do until I lose weight is ride a horse and skydive. Because you probably have to be slimmer to actually do those things, right? Wow, I love that. I love that. I can't wait till you do both. I can see you now, like on your channel, skydiving and showing as much as you can. Actually, you can record that. I have a friend who went skydiving and he recorded the whole thing. It was cool. He put it on Facebook. I was like, geez, Louise. I thought that was so cool. Now, who videoed it? I don't know if his girlfriend videoed it and or the people that were in the plane with them. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I think that'd be so cool for you. All right, all right. So that is so funny. So, how do you guys flirt? I thought that was a great question. It's Darian. That's the only thing I've done. I've also had somebody tell a guy before I thought he was cute. Tell somebody, but I got the hint that he was interested first. I don't ever do that if I don't think the guy is interested at all. Because like I say, I like the guy to be like the first move. But if I just think somebody's cute and I'm just like, having a good time and vibing, I don't expect anything from it. And 9 times out of 10, I am gonna send you that drink and say have a good night, but I'm peacing out. I'm out of there. And that's on my way out. I have been known to do that. But yeah, I do think the guy should do it first, or in my case, because like I said, I want to know would he have approached me? I would never know if he would have approached me if I approach him first. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I gotta be chosen. I want to be chosen. But I think you have to like be like warm yourself up to a guy so he can know. Because a lot of these women on here, I remember saying, see, people, a lot of people said they have like that resting V face, and I think that can be, and I know that she said intimidating is not the term to use, but I think a guy could feel uncomfortable approaching you. You could be the most beautiful woman if you don't smile or have like that, warm, warm thing about your face or about you. And I love how Coach Nadia said, dang, I think I lost my train of thought, but isn't she the one who said, I'm pretty sure she said, the guy smiling and being happy and looking happy and having a smile on your face, that lets the guy know he can make you happy. I think that is so true, because I told you guys I have this friend that she has a beautiful girl, beautiful, but and maybe one day I'll show a picture of us, so you'll see it for yourself. And she just is always, people have always told her that that's always been a thing. I think it really bothers her. So let me stop talking about it. Because I think it really bothers her. And that people have said that, but she kind of does. And I can see how people would think like, she's not approachable. And so, for a guy, I can see how a guy would just keep it moving. Beauty, brains, and all. They would just keep it moving because, they probably might be thinking it's probably going to be hard to make her smile. Most guys don't want that hard of a challenge. I don't know. All right. The only thing, oh, I saw that. Release some. The company's video and then sell you the footage. The company's video what? And sell you the footage. I missed that. Dee Dee is doing some boss lady moves. Too fun. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. Esteem says, so pretty privilege works for all people. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? I was distracted again, got a call. Oh, Bev, some guys are shy or think you may not be interested if you If I spot them, I will engage. Okay, okay. So we're talking about how do you guys flirt? I could see Dee Dee buying a drink and leaving with her sparkly fedora, walking out the door into the night. Yes, yes, yes. So how do you flirt? It's Darium. Like, how do you let somebody know that you're interested? Tell us, what's what's your boss move? How do you let people know? Mel, how do you flirt? And Mel, what were you talking about? Did I miss that? You know how sometimes I can miss these comments. Did I miss some comments? Let me go back up. Maybe I missed a comment. Okay, I saw that one. Freddie Jackson, I saw that. Okay, I saw this. I saw that. Okay. Okay, I saw that. Maybe I didn't. Mel, what were you talking about? I saw that. I saw that. Okay. The company's video and sell the footage. What do you mean by that? Oh, the skydiving video. Oh, okay. Do they? Okay, because it was really good. I was thinking if I was his girlfriend, I would have been too nervous. The camera would have probably been shaking like this. Okay, very good. It's Darium. Are you gonna wait? Mel's laughing at him. It's Darium. Tell us how you flirt. We want to know. We got to get some guys' perspective in here because we all know women. We want to hear what the men think. I don't have a boss move. If I'm interested, I just start with hello and catch the vibe. So is that true, Darium? So if you were interested in somebody and they were with a group of people, is that going to make you less likely to shoot your shot than if they were, should I say that word? I don't know if you can say that word on here. But so if somebody was in a group versus being alone, does that make you feel more likely to approach them? Because we're talking about hanging out this summer, some of us, or next year, and we're talking about doing some single lady things. And are we defeating the purpose if we're all doing it in a group together? I don't have a boss move. If I'm interested, I saw that. Or I just asked you that follow-up question. All right, so that is it. We're gonna wait for Darium. Hopefully he doesn't go back in the bushes and retreat. He answers that question. All right. So is anybody celebrating anything? Any non-skill victories? Anything? Is anybody frustrated? It doesn't even have to be like you're celebrating. Is anybody frustrated? Does anybody need help with anything? And how you guys can help me maybe, and this is, we're off the dating topic now, unless Darian comes back with a clever answer. Here he is. It depends on if she is surrounded with a murder of cows. What? What? Or a field of daisies. If she's surrounded by barbed wire, I don't have the wherewithal. Jeez Louise. Oh my goodness. That is too funny. Tell us how you really feel. Oh my goodness. Okay, I missed her. Okay, I missed these. I went skip down to Darren because he answered my question, so I'll go back. After warming up to a guy, I'm interested and I straight up tell them I think they're cute. Okay, I love that. Okay, all right. Now, would you tell him first though before he told you? Felicia, would you do that? Beverly, with your eyes, look away and then look again. Yes, yes, yes. I love that. All right, and then this just cracked me up. I mean, Darium, I love that, Bev. Yes, yes, yes. Mia, 111.2 pounds down. Jeez Louise. All right, we got to give some confetti. Oh my goodness. Yay. I love that. I love that. Jeez Louise, 112 pounds. That is awesome, Saul. So you're in that 100-pound club. Oh my goodness. I love that for you. I know you feel so happy and proud of yourself. Way to go. Way to go. We got to give a second round of confetti because 100 pounds down is no joke. And you're way over 100 pounds down. 111 pounds. Plus, look at that point two. That point two is sitting pretty. Love it. All right, very good. All right. Oh, anybody else celebrating anything? People are laughing at it's Darian. You just had your 6 month. Oh, how do you say that? What do we call it? Oh, Tzepiversary. It Tzepiversary. I don't know how to pronounce that quite, but let's give her some confetti. We love that. 6 months, 6 months. I love that for you. 6 months. Geez Louise, time goes fast. I feel like I just was watching your video and you were, 2, 3, 4 months in. It's 6 months. Geez Louise. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Mia. Everyone's congratulate Mia. Perfectly Pamela. Yes, yes, yes. Yay, Mia. That's amazing. Happy anniversary. Perfectly Pamela. Mia saying thank you to everyone. Beverly Pamela saying thank you. Beverly, you lost 1.6 pounds. You're down 44.8. You're so close to that 50. Beverly, good for you because I remember you were frustrated saying you lost, you gained. Beverly, what's your update? Are you still switching over? Let's give her some confetti. Yes. Beverly, I love that. Are you still switching over? Because you're doing so well. All right, so you have to tell us if you want to, but I know you talked about, I think you have an appointment coming up here, if I'm not mistaken. All right, people are saying congratulations. Mia is feeling so grateful. Yes, yes, yes. And it's all you. You're doing it. I mean, we got the GOP1, but I mean, you are sticking in there, right? You're sticking in there. If you would have given up, you wouldn't have been at this. So you got to give yourself a lot of credit. You should be feeling proud, not just grateful, but proud of yourself. Mia for the win. Bam. I feel like we need like a basketball to like dunk it. She needs a dunk. I love it. That's like a slam dunk. Congratulations, Bev. Yes, Bev. Congratulations. Great job, Pamela. Beverly, congrats. Wow, Pamela, time flew. It did. I know. I don't know why. 6 months is like, geez, Louise. Congrats, everyone, on all the milestones. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, everyone. Hey, Healthy Kitchen Wizard 54. How are you? All right. Congrats, Bev. Thanks, everyone. Yes, time did fly by. And Mia is saying, great job, Beverly. Beverly, if you're still on here, are you switching over from, is that in the works? So I don't know. I'd be scared. I'd be scared to switch to Zepbound with all these places, dropping Zepbound and choosing Wegovy. But I mean, I guess you could probably always go back. But you'll have to let us know. And then anybody, I just so you guys know, I'll talk about this on Sunday. But I did today got some castor oil. Remember, I got the kind. I'm gonna call you tomorrow, Bev. I got the kind that Mel shared it with me. It's the kind where it comes with the thing to like wrap around your belly so that I guess it could stay, put in there. Should I take that and go to sleep? I'm gonna have to call you guys. Should I lay down and take it? And then how long does it stay in? I didn't ask Kenya all those questions. I wish I had her email. I would email her, but maybe Bev knows and Jen knows. So does anybody know that castor oil? We're doing that castor oil in our belly area. And so can I lay down and go to sleep and do it? But I thought I read somewhere where you should only do it for 1 hour. Does anybody know? You got to fill me in. This is new to me. I'm excited to do it though. I don't know why I'm so excited to do this. I just am. Okay, let me see. My comments kind of skipped down. Jen is saying, congratulations. Going to the doc on 5:30 for a follow-up. I'm going to ask for Zepbound to be determined. Or is that to something? I don't know what that one means. Now you threw me for a loop with that. Okay, what could that be? You have to tell me. I crack myself up. Oh no, 30 to 120 minutes. Okay, okay. Castor oil is so good for you. Keep it on overnight. Okay, so I think I saw somewhere like an hour. But okay, so what happens if I leave it on overnight? Because if she's saying 30 to 120 minutes, are you leaving yours on overnight, Beth? and male. Pamela, are you doing it too? I can't remember. Haha, gonna get some post castor oil deliveries. Yeah, mine should be coming on Sunday, I think. And maybe I think it comes tomorrow. That's okay. To be determined. Oh, okay, okay, okay. See, you tricked me because you had TDB. Okay, I was like, that's what I thought, and then I was like, okay, wait, those letters are mixed around. Okay, that makes me feel better. Okay, so they say you should put it on the entire stomach because studies show no proof when putting it in the belly button. Okay, okay. To be determined. Yes, ma'am, you're doing it. Okay, okay. So are you putting yours on your entire stomach too, Pamela, or are you just doing the belly button? But on the entire stomach, it's therapeutic for a liver cleanse. Okay, okay. Congrats, Pamela, Beverly, and okay. So because it's oil, though, are you leaving yours on all night, Mail, or you putting it on? I know we got the things to wrap around us to keep it, and from getting all over. But like when the oil and stuff get on your bed, I don't know. No doctors say keep it on overnight. No, no, doctors say not to keep it on overnight. Okay, okay. You said you will should do it on Sunday. Yeah, I'm gonna do it on Sunday because I'm off on Monday. Um, so I think I'm gonna do it Sunday. Because I think if I do it Monday and then I go back to work Tuesday, so I want to give myself like that buffer. I might do it tomorrow night, but then I want to take my daughter to the movies, so I want to do it until Sunday. And it could be, yeah, she said it could be a laxative. I'm just gonna do the belly button. Okay. And it could be a laxative. No, I'm doing 1 hour. Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna look it up too and see what the research says. That lady Kenya, if you're out there watching, let us know. Email me, Kenya. Let me know. Cause she sounds like she's like do this on a regular routine kind of basis. All right, so we're going to be doing that. Jeez Louise. So it could possibly clean my coat, my liver. And then I wonder, how often do you do it? Do you just do it like once a week? Do you do it, how often? Jen says, only thing I know about castor oil is those crazy videos of women with their belly wrapped around and their mouth taped, neck wrapped, chin strapped up. Oh, I've never seen that. Jeez Louise, that sounds kind of risque. Beverly Gardner, be careful with those sexy lingerie and that castor. You don't want things slipping and sliding. Oh my goodness, that is too funny. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna read up about it. But yeah, I'm planning on doing mine on Sunday. Um, yeah, and then I'll talk about it on Wednesday. When we meet up again on Wednesday. She said, "Go on." I have not seen those. I'm kind of, I have seen some, not like all what she talked about, but that's how I knew something about it. I've seen like, just kind of like the little headlines when you're going through YouTube. You know how you can see a video preview. So I haven't really seen anything in depth, but I have seen it. And I was curious about it. Darium is so funny. I was curious about it. So yeah. All right. So if that is not it, this was a great night. Thank you guys for playing along with the dating edition of Truth or Myth. And I love I love the victories. I was going to say non-scale, but these are scale victories that you guys shared. Pamela had a non-scale victory. Pamela, I'm sure you're doing a 6-month video. That's going to do really well for you. So you got to do that. 6-month video so people can know, that's like one of the first milestones before you get to the being on it a year. Like that's 6 months is significant. So you got to do a video. I think you said in your last video you were doing a video about your 6 months, so I'm looking forward to that. She says she's editing it right now. Yes, that's gonna do well for you. All right, 6 months, I love that. All right. So thank you guys. This has been great. I guess I will see you guys. Can the content creators drop a red heart? Yes, thank you for reminding me. And also like the video. Always forget to say that. Click that like button. Drop a red heart. It's Darian reminding me. Drop a red heart in that comment so we can find you and subscribe to your channel. Anybody in here? I know I saw Perfectly Pamela. I always forget about this. Let's see. Healthy Kitchen Wizard 54. I believe she has a channel. Anybody else have a channel in here? You gotta tell me if you do. Let's see. I don't think so. I think those were the only ones. But if I'm wrong, let me know. Oh, Delilah. I was in here too. Delilah, she go check out her channel. Let me try to find her because I think she is doing something in the background. Where's Delilah? There's Delilah. Love it. Okay. All right. So on that note, we'll go out of here with a good night. I see a lot of people saying good night to everybody. I love that. Good night. Love you guys. Have a great weekend. Have a great Memorial Day, holiday weekend. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys on Sunday. Bye.